Few repairs are tougher than jet engine rebuilds. Every few years, these engines are removed from service and stripped to the core. Inside specialized workshops, technicians use ancient casting to make parts worth thousands of dollars. A single aircraft engine can be fully disassembled, over 2,000 parts inspected, before it returns to service months later. To see how this hidden world of aviation works, today we enter a major aircraft repair facility. This maintenance site covers 278,000 square meters and employs around 6,000 people. Nearly 1,000 aircraft are serviced here each year. Among all these systems, the engine is among the hardest to repair. In many cases, the turbine section is often the toughest. It works under extreme heat, speed, and pressure. A full overhaul has 4 major steps. The first step is disassembly. Technicians remove over 2,000 components. Then each one is inspected. As you see, badly worn parts are replaced right away. If a part can still be safely repaired, it moves to the next station. The surface is cleaned with solution. Then a penetrant is applied. This reveals hidden cracks. Under bright inspection lights, if damage is serious, the part must be replaced. But if the wear is minor, sandblasting can clean and restore the surface. This is a very cost-effective repair. Aircraft engines do many jobs, from passenger to cargo jets, and smaller general aviation aircraft. Cargo operators, for example, may use refurbished engines from older jets. But when a turbine blade is badly worn, only one option: replace it, often at $12,000 each. A full set can quickly climb past $80,000, and prices can go even higher. Some parts like this can cost $100,000 plus. So the real question is simple. Why do they cost so much? The answer is heat. Turbine blades face extreme heat, so they cannot be made from ordinary steel. Instead, manufacturers use advanced superalloys. Nickel-based, nickel superalloys stay strong in extreme heat. Some formulas are related to Inconel alloys. The details are complex, but the point is clear. These materials are valuable. In recent years, a material called ceramic matrix composite is now used in aerospace. It is lighter and handles high heat well. But it is very hard to manufacture. Different engine sections face different heat, so the production methods also change. Cooler parts are often CNC machined, but parts near the combustion chamber must survive direct extreme heat. For those parts, makers use a method that dates back more than 4,000 years. This is investment casting, also known as lost wax casting before casting. A precise master mold must be prepared. Every dimension must be exact. This mold controls the finished blade. So, technicians inspect it under a microscope before the process continues, only when the wax pattern is flawless. Can it enter ceramics? Ceramic coats the pattern. Then it is baked at high temperature. Once the ceramic shell hardens, the wax inside can be removed. Heat fuses the wax sections into one precise pattern. This is one of the key steps in investment casting. So how important is this stage? First, ultrasonic testing is used to check the visible surfaces and hard-to-reach areas around the part. Then the wax pattern is dipped into a tank and coated with slurry. A fine layer of ceramic powder is added. This coating and drying cycle is repeated several times, layer by layer. The shell reaches its final thickness. It is then placed into an electric furnace, so the ceramic hardens fully. In the end, it becomes a mold for molten superalloy. The blue liquid shown here reveals cracks or thin spots. If the ceramic layer is too thin, the color will show through. To slow the temperature drop, workers wrap it in thermal insulation. Once the shell reaches temperature, it moves straight into the casting chamber. Then molten superalloy is prepared and poured inside. This forms the blade shape. Now, the part must cool and slowly solidify inside the mold. High pressure removes the ceramic shell. Much of the casting is only support material. Only the center becomes the final blade. Since each blade can cost thousands, this small section is extremely valuable. Next, ultrasound and X-rays check the surface. No hidden flaw is allowed. Welding may strengthen critical areas. CNC machining gives the blade its final shape. Coordinate inspection checks the measurements. Because many turbine blades are hollow, side pieces may be joined on. Bonding material is applied, and heat locks the sections together. This is the finished turbine blade. Now comes the fourth step, assembly. First, each blade is aligned and installed. Then the rotating assembly is balanced and tested. Then the engine moves to seal testing. Every engine must pass before release. It is vital in any major overhaul. During testing, engineers can study how the engine behaves under load. They monitor vibration, airflow, and thrust. But overhaul is only one part. Jet engines also need routine cleaning. This may include an internal fluid wash. The engine does not spin at flight speed. The cleaning is still carefully controlled. First, the worker attaches a frame. Then a metal connector is mounted at the front. Next, a waterproof tarp is prepared. This tarp is placed carefully. It is secured beneath the engine to catch and hold the fluid. Then a hose is connected to the front fitting. Now the nozzle is opened and the wash begins. The fluid is mainly water, with a little glycol. That glycol keeps water from freezing inside. The wastewater is collected, filtered, and reused. These details show why maintenance takes so much time and precision. So now you know why a major overhaul can take months.